Hello soldatans and welcome to our weekly review. This week we will take a look at the Assault Grenadiers. Our review will have 6 sections. Those sections will be used to briefly explain every bit of that unit. Sections will be as following: General, Range, Upgrades, Veterancy, Price Effectiveness, and how to use. Before we start, a quick note guys that you can request a unit you want to see in our next episode by making a comment down below. So let's jump in. General classification. Assault Grenadiers are early bruisers and they are usually tip of the spearhead of the German army. They are the ones leading the Blitzkrieg. They are specialized infantry units which perform greatly up close, so their main specialty is to assault enemy positions and move up close. They are pretty good units with a really great early game impact. They have 5-man squad. Range. Assault Grenadiers are great up close and personal units. Their damage is succeeding up close. Upgrades. Since these are units you get from the commanders, you cannot get any other upgrades on these units. However, instead of speaking about the upgrades, I will speak about the abilities which these troops will get from that same commander and just by selecting them. First upgrade or ability I would like to mention are their grenades. With a cost of around 20 ammo, you are capable of throwing 5 grenades at the enemy. These grenades will deal a great AoE damage against enemy. Second ability they can use is Sprint. This ability is a great closing gap ability and you should use it all the time. Another benefit of the sprint is that while sprinting, you will take 25% less damage. So this can be a great ability you can use to close gap, to take less damage, and then just to burst on the enemy. Veterancy. Regarding Veterancy, Assault Grenadiers can get up to 3 Veterancy stars. On Veterancy 1 they will get -10 received accuracy and reduced charge on your sprint by 25%. On Veterancy 2 they will get a lower cooldown and they will have a greater or less impact on their accuracy while they are moving. On Veterancy 3 they will get 40% more accuracy bonus. Price effectiveness. Regarding their price effectiveness and cost per manpower, I would like to say that they are moderate to get, especially early game. They cost 280 manpower. That's like a British infantry or a US rifleman. So if you are using them correctly, their cost will be justified. It is 26 manpower to replenish and to get one squad member of that unit back. So they're not that cheap to replenish. However, I am saying again, they can do and they can inflict a lot of damage, especially in pairs. So their price effectiveness will depend on the way you are using them against the enemy. How to use. As usual, this is the most important part of this review, how to use. As I said, these are specialized infantry units. They are mostly fighting up close and that is the best position and best range to use them. So in order to use them properly, you need to rush, you need to flank and you need to be aggressive with them. Try to use pioneers like with the regular grenadiers to soak up damage or to let's say make a meat shield and then jump in with your Assault Grenadiers. Try to use your sprint whenever you have and whenever you can, whenever you have manpower. It costs 10 manpower. Use it because then you will take less damage and you will get further up close and deal damage to the enemy. Before this patch, the Assault Grenadiers were really building up their damage, mostly like the Pioneers. However, now they have a slightly better damage upstart, and they will do damage upstart, and as the time passes it will build up normally. However, they will do much more damage here on the first impact than they did before. My advice is to use at least 2 of these in pairs. In pair they are really deadly. You can try to, let's say, make a pocket and try to get 1 by 1 units while other troops are supporting you. So this way you can literally separate the enemy, you can outflank them, and you can make that pressure so that the enemy will have to retreat. Using the close gap, using these 2 units will greatly help you with maneuvering and getting into that position early on. Regarding their playstyle, most impact will be seen early on. So in the beginnings of the match, you should get them and you should rush with them. With the MG42 they can be deadly. Once MG42 suppresses an infantry unit, your Assault Grenadiers are going to win without any losses taken against enemy troops. They are really good against the British, especially early on against their sections, and I would also recommend you guys to have at least 1 normal Grenadier with them if you do not attack up in the first, let's say, 3 minutes. Reason being that British can, however, get their carrier, which you cannot do anything against with them, while with the regular Grenadiers you can Faust. So they have a really bad side when fighting against enemy vehicles. So that is probably the weakest thing regarding them. As I told, they are great in building up their damage. They do a great damage against the garrison troops with their grenades, so they will devastate anything. They can even destroy a building with those 5 grenades, which you are going to use. So thank you, Soldatans, for staying to the end. You did much already just by watching this. You can do even more by liking and subscribing, which will help this channel grow. That is, of course, if you enjoyed. You can also leave a comment down below requesting a unit you want to see. I hope that I will see you again in our next video. So see you guys and enjoy.